William Rupp, 654 Edel Avenue, Maywood. We always hear about trying to reduce taxes. Costs continue to go up. No one wants services cut. The largest single cost center in the municipal budget is the police department. My question is, what actions, if any, would be taken to reduce the police costs?
Well, you're absolutely right. Personnel is always the highest cost for any municipality. Police department usually is the highest. Our police department is the highest as well. The core part of our program is bringing money in to stabilize taxes. You are always going to have police services. Whether you share them with other towns or whether you fully staff or understaff, as quite frankly I believe we are right now, our municipality, you're going to have to address that issue. And the budget is what the budget is. So you have to bring more funding in to stabilize the taxes. And that is where our plan is to do, is to bring more funding in to stabilize the taxes, to be able to afford these high costs. The police department is a high cost. Nobody disagrees with that. But the reality of it is we're short on policemen right now. The chief has asked for 6 new police officers at the last meeting. Whether or not that's going to happen is another thing, because you do have to pay for these police officers. But the reality of it is you can't keep going on with a diminishing number of police officers. You know, we had an opportunity to take a grant from the prosecutor's office of Bergen County to study potentially shared costs, and the town did not partake in that free grant. Now, the stipulation with that grant was that if you disagreed with the findings, you'd have to pay the grant money back. But I spoke to the Bergen County prosecutor myself a couple of weeks ago about this program, and the reality of it is all you had to do was give a justifiable reason why you weren't participating. And you didn't have to participate in all of the recommendations that they were offering. So we had an opportunity to use some grant money to look at cost savings, and we didn't do it. So we have to be better at that.
First of all, Maywood has a terrific police department. Our police officers do a wonderful job. Our police chief is awesome. One of the things that our police chief does best, he is great at finding new talent. Some of the newer police officers we have in this town were discovered by Dave Pegg through interviews, and they are solid police officers and will serve this community for a long time. As Mr. Padovano states, I believe we are understaffed slightly. We are trying every day to find what is the right number of police officers to make this town safe. Public safety is our #1 priority, and it always should be for any elected official. Not only do we have the safety of our residents, but the safety of our fellow officers, as well as any other emergency personnel that responds to a call. Currently, we have an officer in the DEA program. That program allows us, provides us funding to add 1 additional officer. That money that was recovered through that program will pay his salary for 2 years. Okay, and that is something that we need to do right away. I fully support the chief on adding a new officer. The chief came to the meeting and asked for 6 men. Everybody has a pie-in-the-sky dream. I fully support the chief in providing that additional officer. The town needs it, the police department needs it, and so do our other volunteers in town.